And it's disgusting the way that they're now spreading lies about me. The media now is accusing me of, having an affair with Donald Trump, such a salacious lie. So malicious, so disrespectful to Donald Trump and Melania Trump. They've taken it so far. And, if I was a leftist journalist, if I was a Democrat, oh my God, the media would be up in arms if the Republican media was doing this to a left-wing journalist. Oh my God, they're misogynist. They're bullying a woman. They're trying to Monica Lewinsky her. They're demonizing her. They're trying to discredit the fact that she's a working woman. I mean, look, I know that Kamala Harris to get where she is today.
I'm sure you saw the major story yesterday. This complete right-wing lunatic, Laura Loomer, far-right activist, conspiracy theorist Laura Loomer, called for heads to roll in an Oval Office meeting with Trump yesterday. And apparently Trump took her advice. So this is other people at the NSC, but I guess her complaint is they aren't loyal enough to Trump. So it's not for their, endangering classified information or incompetence, right? By the way, Laura Loomer has described she's promoted 9/11 conspiracy theories, described herself as a white nationalist, celebrated the deaths of migrants who drowned. I mean, she's just a complete lunatic. But your thoughts on that?
This is government by and governing by fiat and imbecility. That's what it is. And, Steph, at some point, I am applauding all of these imbecilic moves by Trump and his administration. Because what is he doing? He is galvanizing opposition, right? He is inspiring people from all walks of life, all professions, to stand up and say, you know what? You're hurting me. You're hurting me. You're hurting me. And there's going to come a time. Even the Republican senators stood up to him recently, and when he was, blathering on about wanting to impeach the judges who are ruling against him. Even the Republican senators stood up and said, hey, sport, stop it. Enough. Yeah. We're not going to be impeaching judges for doing their jobs. And that's good, because there's going to come a time when the Republicans in Congress make the decision that sticking by Trump will hurt their reelection prospects, not help them. And that's when Donald Trump's political time is over.
I mean, the other side, Mike Johnson saying, no, that's unconstitutional. He can't run for a third term. You're like, stuff you would think goes without saying. But, Glenn, to your point, I mean, here we go. April 3rd, 2025, the day after Trump's tariffs, there have been over 300,000 job layoffs across the USA, reported in auto, HHS, federal government industries, 300,000 in one day. Keith Boykin said U.S. layoffs rose 205% in March, the third highest increase in history. I mean, this really is a disaster of epic proportions, right?
Yeah, the other thing I worry about, Steph, is that he's intentionally bottoming out the stock market, and his billionaire buddies will all buy when it's at the bottom. And then what will he do? I've solved the tariff problems. I've decided to lift all tariffs. The market goes up. His billionaires buddies make a bunch of money. Yeah. And he pretends like he's the hero and solved the problem. Exactly. But it's the problem he created only to exploit it. So I don't know how long the gullible will continue to be fooled by Donald Trump, but I do think opposition is rising and galvanizing. I really do.
The rest of us live by that meme that I love about, I've been doing some financial planning recently, and I just discovered I could retire today and live very comfortably for 11 to 12 minutes. Okay. The other thing is just, oh my God, the hypocrisy. I was saying the self-restraint it takes for Hillary Clinton not to just go like Wolverine, just strap on some claws, go feral on this whole Signalgate thing. And not just that, Gmail. Not just Signal, Gmail. So, I mean, the story they had to, we don't know this, but Trump justice officials demanded charges for Hillary and Biden for classified doc scandal. They're silent on Signalgate. Of course, all these people, right? Pam Bondi, Kash Patel, Dan Bongino. This is Pam Bondi. I won't even just ask you who said this. It's Pam Bondi.
Okay.
She said, this has everything to do with the security of our country. She said in 2018, when you have the top secret security clearance that Huma Abedin had, when you send these emails that you're violating the law, and there's no objective law enforcement officer in this country that would not charge her based on that. No, all right, no one. I mean, unbelievable. And then she's like, oh, Signal's secure. No, it's not.
No, it's not.
I mean, go ahead.
Steph, what Attorney General Pam Bondi said when she was asked about the obvious security breach and national security risk of this Signal chat debacle, and she immediately pivoted to Hillary Clinton's emails. That would make George Orwell blush. And it's so demeaning of the Office of the Attorney General and all 110,000 employees at the Department of Justice. She just outright beclowned herself. But,
it doesn't pass anyone's laugh test that it wasn't classified. CNN reported the information shared in the chat was obviously highly classified at the time. You don't even need to be an expert to know that, right?
Yeah, but what do you do when the cops are in league with the criminals? Because, there's a really ugly law firm over at the Department of Justice, and it's called Bondi, Blanche, and Bove, and they are doing Donald Trump's bidding. Heck, they were his defense attorneys not too long ago. So What do we do when the cops and the criminals are in league? Well, we rise up in numbers that overwhelm politically, not violently, that overwhelm what Trump and company are trying to do to us.
Is your point bad boys, what you going to do? Okay. I have to finish. Pam Bondi said we live in a nation of laws. Clinton jeopardized our national security. Kash Patel said, Biden, a leak of classified information. That's a federal offense punishable by, I think, over a decade in prison off the top of my head.
What?
He criticized the Robert Hur not charging Biden. They let the guy off the hook. They just said it doesn't matter. You've made up a new legal standard that applies to exonerate him and not even charge him. Dan Bongino, this was a travesty of justice. There's no other way to look at it about Hillary Clinton not being charged. I mean, that's the problem, Glenn. They have no hypocrisy, shame gene.
No,
at all.
I mean, pretty soon they're just going to be saying, Joe Biden had that bleach blonde comb over, and he wore those red ties too long, and he leaned forward because of lifts in his shoes. This is what we are left to listen to from these sycophants.
Yep. Are you a yo-yo dieter? You diet, you lose weight, you gain it all back, plus a few extra pounds. Then later you lose it and you regain it again and again. I've been there. It's dangerous. Studies show that you can increase your risk of heart attack, stroke, type 2 diabetes, and other health problems. Breaking free of your yo-yo diet pattern is a main reason doctors created Lean. Lean is a supplement, not an injection, and you don't need a prescription. My nephew Robin is using it and has already lost a significant amount of weight. The science behind Lean is impressive. It is studied natural ingredients target weight loss in 3 powerful ways. Lean helps maintain a healthy blood sugar. That helps you control appetites and cravings. And it helps burn fat by converting fat into energy. Listen, if you're tired of losing weight and gaining it back and you want to lose a meaningful weight at a healthy pace, Lean was created just for you. Let me get you started. 20% off when you enter the code Stephanie20 at takelean.com. One more time, that code is Stephanie20 at takelean.com.